the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. And Oklahoma City is where we'll be going just moments from now, as the Thunder will be going up against the Houston Rockets. And for Houston, their record has fallen off the pace they set last season. No team wants to see that regression. They're looking to turn things around, and we'll see how they do tonight. And Oklahoma City last season, they signed Westbrook to an extension, bring in George and Melo. Shaq, they really went for it.
Yeah, the trades helped convince Westbrook to sign that beautiful deal of $200+ million. Franchise show Westbrook, we are committed to winning, buddy.
Yes. They took a risk. And George only had 1 year left on his contract. And the deal, to make it out of the West, sometimes you have to take those risks.
And that'll wrap it up as we take you courtside. Thank you so much for joining us. I can't possibly tell you how much it means to us.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's time for some hoops at the Chesapeake Energy Arena, home of the Thunder here in downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And we're going to bring it to you live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Now for the Oklahoma City Thunder, they won their last contest, that game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
Well, also great execution. Let's not forget about that. Being active gets you only so far if you lack the discipline.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, guys, we know when you talk about dedication, Chris Paul is among the greatest. Now, he says, I have a scary passion for basketball. I study it, I watch it all day, every day. I'm not the most athletic guy, so I have to use my mind and my knowledge of the game. Kevin, he is a professor out on the floor.
Tremendously competitive with great attention to detail, David. Thanks. A rare treat tonight, C-Web, the marquee matchup between two of the best centers in the game.
Well, how about that? I love it. You know, the league has been trending toward medium height players that can switch endlessly, those type of things. And don't get me wrong, I love the evolution of the game. But now we get the old heavyweight title match. This is what we love, the banging in the paint, the elbows, the jump hooks, the dunks, the rebounds. But for those teams that have a legit anchor inside, it can always be a big advantage. Let's see who imposes their will tonight.
It'll be fun to watch. And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Houston, the engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. Clint Capella is out there with P.J. Tucker, and it's Gordon in at the small forward. Here's George. Against Cleveland, he was really on his game. Now here's Paul. Harden with it. Last outing for Houston, it was a loss to Indiana. Ferguson misses. Al Paul. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
While he was doing that, dropping buckets. He was keeping everybody else involved, too. He had a tremendous night facilitating.
Now, here's Westbrook following the shot by Chris Paul. And Adams kicks to Ferguson. All against Westbrook. 5 on the clock. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
A very shaky start for them. After 4 attempts, they're still trying to find a target.
In the corner, Harden. Lob pass to Capella. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You take a look at the Thunder. They ascend up the lists to number 3 with some spirited play.
And Houston, they've been sinking on this list to start out the year. Not what they or really anyone else expected, but that's why you play the game.
Now, here is George. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. Grant, that's good.
That was a long time coming. Took him 5 attempts to get their first bucket.
And Harden wide open. He shoots, and it's off from three-point range. To the inside, George. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line. And Paul George, a terrific two-way player, an all-star, an all-NBA performer, and multiple all-defense selections.
Now here's Harden. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
And that didn't come at the cost of his defense. In fact, I think it fed his defense. He had 4 steals in that game.
Paul George with the steal. And it's Grant in the corner. The shot's good on the assist by George. Grant's got his second bucket of the night.
Fruitful possession, just doing what they can to extend the lead.
And that's what you have to do. Stay in the moment. Keep grinding.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. To the left side wing. Adams trying to free himself up. Grant, that's good. Grant's got 7 points in the game. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
You know, they're the visiting team. It's a loud arena, very distracting at times, but simply no excuse for missing a ton of free throws.
And did you notice how each miss fired up the crowd even more? It became a vicious cycle.
Now here's Gordon. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Pacers in Indianapolis. They need this. Harden can't hit. And so Westbrook will bring it up for Oklahoma City. Passes it to George. Tucker dishes to Gordon. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Really, Gordon gets these calls because how engaged he is. He's consistent at remaining aggressive.
Eric Gordon, the 2017 Sixth Man of the Year award winner. I mean, he has found a home and just been tremendously productive with the Rockets.
He doesn't get the second one. And Gordon, also the winner of the 2017 three-point shootout. His long-range proficiency, a great fit on the Rockets.
You know, he's got that low set shot release, but man, he gets it off with great volume and one of the more prolific three-point shooters in our league.
Here is Harden. Paul George making his last shot. Harden outside.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Grant the pass to Westbrook. Down low, got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Harden. Coming off a terrific season. How about 30 points per game, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds? And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every symphony needs a conductor. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet music.
Good on the shot.
Quick and strong and determined. Harden has it all when it comes to scoring in the paint.
Here's Oklahoma City. They're on a 12-3 run. Westbrook kicks to George. Right wing. Ferguson, the pass to Westbrook. Sinks the triple. Westbrook's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movements.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul. So it's the Rockets now. A 12-point game. Here's Harden. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
So assured inside. I love how Harden takes the defense head on.
Westbrook against Paul. That one falls. Westbrook's got 5 points so far.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Paul kicks to Harden. Sinks the three-pointer. He has 7.
Seeing the floor well. Paul is fantastic at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
Westbrook finds George. Out to the wing. Lets the 3 fly. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Here's Harden. Ferguson with the rebound.
He gets some extra attention from the D on that trip and it throws a shot off.
Call against Westbrook. Inside, Grant throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on James Harden.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Right off the opening tip, they've been relentless. And this style of play can be hard to come back against.
Rivers, he's checked in for James Harden. The free throw drops for Grant. And Jeremy Grant, great genes for the game, Greg. Father was Harvey, uncle was Horace, both NBA players and stars. His brother Jarian also in the association.
Yeah, and Jeremy might be the best athletically of them all. I mean, 6'8" with that 7'3" wingspan, great bounce. If he can develop his skill to match, he'll have a long and prosperous NBA career.
Now here's Paul. No points in the game yet for him. Lob pass to Capella. It's stolen by Adams. It's 2-on-1. And here they go. Grant dishes to George. The kick out to Westbrook. The shot's good on the assist by George. And it's 7 points for Russell Westbrook.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Capella, the pass to Rivers. Just 5 to shoot. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Off target from outside. Oklahoma City leading by 14. Left side, George. That one off the back iron and out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Westbrook after Austin Rivers score. And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Oklahoma City. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Terrence Ferguson. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Anthony's checked in. Here's Westbrook. A 17-point game for him in the win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
Well, he also made a mark with his passing and had the assist total to show for it.
And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Thunder making a switch here. Patterson's checked in. And then for Houston, Fareed's checked in for Capella. The bodyguard comes in for Eric Gordon. And it's Green in for Paul. Rockets trail by 12. Here's Rivers. Last time, 14 points for him. And here is Fareed. Back to Green. Shot clock at 6. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Noel against Green. The pass to the bodyguard. Dishes it to Anthony. Clock at 4. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. The Thunder in 4th.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
And so George will bring it up for Oklahoma City, leading by 12. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Houston's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Rivers kicks to Anthony. Outside, Green. Hits it from three-point range. Green's got his first 3 points of the game.
The D with some heavy feet out there. I mean, too slow to rotate. Nobody communicating. They can't make threes that easy for them.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 9. Pass to Patterson. There's the 3. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. That one's on Anthony.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
When it comes to video review, C-Web, do you feel the NBA has done a good job of incorporating it into the flow of the game, or is there, in your opinion, still some work to be done in this regard?
There's a little work to be done. I mean, nothing's ever perfect, but I think they've done a great job. I mean, you want to get it right, and so there's going to be a little bit of an inconvenience sometimes in going back to it. The main thing for me is to make sure that it is as fast as possible, that you're not giving the team extra time to get together and to huddle up and to call plays. You're not taking the rhythm away from a team that just went on a 10-0 run, and now they have to sit on the side for 2 minutes in real time and see if this call is correct. So the speed that is done with the video review is the only thing I think that needs to be worked on, and that's going to be situation to situation. So I think the NBA is doing a really good job.
Good points.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
That shot wide open. 7 points for George.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And it's happening at both ends, trying to end this thing before it begins.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. Raymond Felton. Green against Westbrook.
And that's already his second foul. He may have to spend some time on the bench to stay out of the foul.
Rockets have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
He's off on the first. Ferguson's checked in for Oklahoma City. And the second free throw, good. The Thunder leading by 15. Now here's Felton. He kicks it to George. Five on the clock. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now.
on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Now here's Anthony. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Ferguson, the pass to Felton. Launches it. That one doesn't drop. So Houston will take it the other way. Rivers with it. Now Felton defending. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
All right, a chance to look at some stats for Rivers. Some last season stats for him. He put up about 15 points a game last season, 4 assists and 2 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, anytime this club needs a basket, he's their go-to guy. Just an irrepressible, prolific scorer.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Morris is checked in.
Markieff Morris.
.129 left here in the first quarter. Outside for George. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Pass to the bodyguard. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Hands it from downtown. Anthony's got himself on the board with 3 there.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Oh, Morris in position. It's rebounded by Houston.
A highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
Well, a good attempt to try to finish that alley-oop steal, though. Still should have went for something better than that, though.
Here is Felton. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Kicks to Noel. There's 38 seconds left here in the first quarter. Morris outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Morris is excellent at cashing in on the catch and shoot. I mean, he's terrific at firing off the pass.
Rivers finds Anthony. Lets the 3 fly. Ferguson with the rebound. Oklahoma City leading by 15. To the paint, outside for Felton. In the corner, George with it. From outside, off the mark.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, because you're spread out. It could be difficult to contest these shots, but not for him.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Thunder lead by 15. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. And the Rockets came close, but Chris Paul still convinced this team has what it takes to win a title.
I'm in the wrong business if I didn't think we could win a title. I think we still got a lot of ways to go. We got a lot of work to do, but that's the fun thing about it right now, is to know that we're not there.
And his ability to stay positive, Greg, and stay at it, so admirable.
Yeah, and one of the best point guards of all time. You know he's hungry to break through and win a championship.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Thunder here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
And really, for the whole first quarter, they've maintained their intensity. Let's see how long they can sustain it.
Morris is out there with Paul George. Then there's Felton. Then it's Noel. And it's Ferguson in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Now here's Rivers. Now the dish to Fareed. And Fareed throws it down.
And great effort on the boards and
what a mean
Yeah.
talk that was, Kev. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him at all times.
Yeah, fellas, he's a monster. He's never seen an offensive rebound he didn't think he could get to.
Well, most figured Melo would go to the Rockets after the buyout trade to Atlanta last summer. He's playing for a coach he used to butt heads with in New York with Mike D'Antoni. Melo has some proving to do this year, whether he wants to acknowledge it or not.
And that one misses. Houston making a switch. Harden's checked in. Good on the second free throw. And the Rockets with a big summer and back with a vengeance in pursuit of an elusive title.
Don't count them out. If they can control Chris Paul's minutes, try to keep him healthy for the playoffs, if they're 100%, they can beat anyone. As off the mark as he has been, they're a little lucky to be in front.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Oh, that's just fantastic concentration by Harden. Taking the hit like a champ, draining the shot.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
Harden no good on the free throw. And with James Harden winning the MVP in 2018, Russell Westbrook in 2017, Kevin Durant in 2014, you think a few what-ifs right now in Oklahoma City?
A few, more than that, Kevin. I mean, probably tough for them all to win MVP playing on one team. A good shot at a different trophy, though, maybe. The one that starts with the name of Larry. Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Well, I'd love to hear his explanation of Coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
Here's Ferguson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Pocket 6. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Rockets trail by 13. Harden up top. He dishes it to Anthony. Over Morris. And that one's good, Anthony. Anthony's got 6.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Felton kicks to Noel. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. George looking around. Passes it to Morris. Over Anthony. The Thunder with another miss.
And as he squares up from mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
To the middle. They could use a bucket. And Fareed sends it back. Now here's Harden. He's covered closely. Off on the layup.
He'll be beating himself up if they can't come back because he is not carrying his weight at the offensive end.
George passes to Morris. Here's Ferguson. Offline with his 3. Rockets trail by 9. Harden left side. Looking to get it going. He takes it up and lays it in. Harden's got 4 points in the quarter.
And Harden is certainly used to finishing through the physical defense, demonstrating just how special a player like he truly is.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. Chris, there are a lot of players offensively in this league who do certain things, just the nuances that create contact and draw fouls and get themselves...
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by the Rockets.
And a terrific bit of chaos there on the replay presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Paul kicks to Harden. Schroeder against Paul. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Paul's got his first bucket of the night. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Paul with the steal. Here's Gordon. Banked in off the glass. And now it's only a 5-point Thunder lead.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Adams. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
He's just able to shoot over people at a high rate.
Well, yeah, using his size. That's what I like about his game. He understands where he has the advantage. Then he exploits it.
A baseline J. Offensive rebound. Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And the massive wingspan of Capella, I mean, excels at using it to gobble up misses at a high rate.
Schroeder outside. Here's Grant. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Harden dishes to Tucker. Back to Harden. No good from outside.
Well, I mean, I think he better come up with some different ways to get his points tonight because the three, not one of them, ain't working.
Here's the lob to Adams, and Adams with the slam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Harden against Westbrook. Harden kicks to Gordon. Harden finds Capella. Tucker with the ball. On the clock. The shot. Off the left rim and out. The Thunder leading by 9. Puts it up. Westbrook, no good. Houston's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Harden the pass to Capella. Some solid defense from Grant.
That's just a quick move to the 10 and an even quicker reaction by the D to stop.
Paul with the defensive effort.
Defense recognizing the situation and getting right in his face once he got close to the bucket.
Harden kicks to Paul. Houston moving it around. Back to Harden. From deep, bangs home the trifecta. Harden's got 14 points for the game.
And Harden attempts more threes than just about anyone, and you don't get that kind of leeway unless you knock him down.
Ball against Schroeder. Back to Morris. Over to the left wing. Puts one up from 19. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Thunder lead by 8.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
On the wing, Harden. He's covered by Westbrook. Harden against Morris. Harden gets the bucket.
He's a top-tier scorer in this game. I mean, Harden only needs a few shots to fall, and then it's like watching a volcano erupt.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Patrick Patterson.
Ooh! That's how you attack. Wow.
Attack the rim, baby.
Harden surveying the D. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, no matter what, he's always going to be one of the most dangerous men on the court.
James Harden, the league leader in free throws made for 5 of the last 6 seasons, and he came in a close second that other season.
Yeah, I mean, about a third of his points come at the line. He's made an art of creating contact. When you really think about it, some would even say tricking the officials from time to time.
throw good, James Harden.
And it's clear that the Beard is a special player, a clutch performer. He loves to play the game of basketball.
Here's Westbrook. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Harden against Westbrook. Harden finds Capella to the wing on the left. And here is Paul. It's stolen by Schroeder. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. In the corner, it's Westbrook. There's the pass to Patterson. Here's Grant. Pass to Westbrook over Gordon.
No three-pointers for him in the second quarter yet, but he did have one in the first.
The shot comes out. Paul dishes to Capella. Back to Paul. Kicks it out to Gordon. Paul against Schroeder. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Paul.
His in-between game, deadly. It's a major surprise when Paul doesn't knock that shot down.
Pass to Patterson. Shoots over Tucker. Patterson, that's good. Patterson's got 5.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Paul kicks to Harden. Schroeder against Paul. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. He has 6.
I mean, for a player who only stands 6 feet tall, Paul is a pretty good finisher inside.
Westbrook against Gordon. Westbrook, no good. Rockets trail by 5. From deep, Harden. The Thunder pull it in. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That's his 3rd foul of the game. George is checked in for Jeremy Grant. The Rockets also changing it up. Fareed comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Gerald Green in for James Harden. A minute 50 left in the first half. Here's Schroeder. Misses off the right iron.
Give him that shot again. He'll probably hit it. That's a good look.
Over in the corner, Green. No good on the 3. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Paul passes to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
And this is where Capella excels. Close to the rim, uses his size well to dunk it.
Oklahoma City leading by 3. Westbrook surveying the D. Patterson. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Schroeder against Paul. Shoots over Schroeder. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. Green with the rebound.
His percentage from the field is not very strong this quarter.
Paul outside. He kicks it to Fareed. Passes it to Green. Shot clock at 6. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Rockets have hit 4 of 8 from the free throw line so far. Folks, that's 50%. Not great work there. And it's tied up with that one.
And when he's healthy, Gordon is extremely effective, an incredible scorer who fills up the stat sheet.
Here's Schroeder, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, how confident are you that there's nobody that can stay in front of you?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
That is never a problem for you, Russ. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. It was all Russell Westbrook in the first quarter. He ended up with 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Shaq, your thoughts on the Thunder?
They played some solid team basketball, Ernie. Pretty good. They were sharing the ball. We saw some nice feeds, a lot of movement. It wasn't 5 individuals out there. It was one cohesive unit, and they got the assist to show for it. Their rhythm was nice.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about the Rockets?
Well, they're putting bodies on people. If you just look at the rebounding numbers, you can tell that they've been putting their body on and being more physical than the other team. Now, that fact looms large on both sides, and that's going to be the difference in the second half.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back to Oklahoma City, everyone. You can see Chesapeake Energy Arena there in the background as the cars stream down I-40. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Rocket shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor.
And you think about Mike D'Antoni, the modern-day godfather of pace and space. We saw this with his teams back in Phoenix, Houston. Actually, middle of the pack in pace of play. But they certainly look to space the floor. They're shooting more threes than twos.
And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Paul and Harden are the incredible backcourt duo. P.J. Tucker is out there with Gordon, and it's Capella in at the 5. Gordon finds Tucker. Here is Harden. Adams defending. Now, here is Harden. Defense is right there. Offline with his 3. And talk about Houston slowing down a bit from D'Antoni's usual run-and-gun style.
Oh, yeah, they want to get Harden, one of the best shooters and passers in the game, in a mismatch, and let him pick his man apart. D'Antoni is showing more flexibility with his system than perhaps you give him credit for.
Here's Paul. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Paul's got 8.
Look, the ingenious mind of Paul, superb at sizing up the defense. I mean, he's taking what they can give him.
And George kicks to Westbrook. There's the lob to Adams. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Paul against Westbrook. Over Westbrook. And too long on the shot.
And as he squares up from mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot. Oh, terrific pass work. That shot's a lot easier after an assist like that.
Paul with the ball. He's got 8. Harden outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harden's got 21.
The ability of Harden to shift gears, exceptional. He can turn on the Jets off the bounce.
Adams with it and guarded by Capella. From 10 feet out, the shot will not fall. And it's Houston the other way. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now. David, thank you very much. Feeds to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
From deep, Harden. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Westbrook's got 6 rebounds in the game. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Out to the right wing. Ferguson kicks to Grant. 5 to shoot. Pulls up. And again, it's Oklahoma City. It's trailed by 5. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
It's Harden with the drive. And it's Capella missing.
Does well to burrow his way into the post, but loses his touch on the finish.
Down low. And Adams with the slam.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
They came out the locker room refreshed. I mean, they've been the stronger team since halftime, no doubt.
Paul on the money from 12 feet away. Paul's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Does it get any better than that when Paul has the ball on the string? It's creative.
Grant kicks to George. Back to Grant, and the dunk by Grant.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Harden right side. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And Greg Paul George, the league leader in steals and deflections in 2018.
And Frank Vogel, who coached him at Indiana, said he always thought PG had Allen Iverson's instincts and Scottie Pippen's body. He's talented enough to disrupt without gambling.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Morris is checked in for Grant. And it's Felton in for Terrence Ferguson. Houston also making some changes. Anthony comes in for P.J. Tucker. And the bodyguards subbed in for Eric Gordon. Harden hits them both. Now Westbrook. He's got 17. Outside, Felton. The pass to Morris. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Houston. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. That will conclude a 5-game road trip for them. It's deflected. Here's Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Felton against Paul. The shot, no good. Felton with some nice D. And it's Felton with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They led by as many as 18 points. Adams in the high post. Outside Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. Over Harden. Westbrook, no good. Rockets trail by 7. They push it up 4 on 3. Morris outside. Back to Westbrook. Clock at 6. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Noel's checked in for the Thunder. Rivers, he's checked in for the Rockets. On defense, the Rockets, they trail by 7. Westbrook against Harden, just 5 on the clock. Good work there as it goes. 21 points for Russell Westbrook.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
Yeah, he's just torching them right now. A good decision to huddle up, kind of hit the reset button, and figure out how to slow his roll.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Russell Westbrook. Gerald Green, he's checked in for the Rockets. Rivers with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Rivers against Schroeder. Lob pass to Capella. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the ref to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Patterson's checked in. Oklahoma City leading by 7. Here's Felton. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Kicks it to Patterson. His three-pointers off the mark. Rockets have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Outside Anthony, and it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
So it's the Rockets now. 7-point differential. Rivers scanning the floor. 4 on the clock, and there's the defensive 3-second call. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And so he hits the technical free throw. And Austin Rivers out of Duke, an elusive 6'4" combo guard.
I mean, a great handle, and he's found most of his offensive success with this development as a long-range shooter. Gotten to the point now where you want him to put it on the deck.
Here's Anthony. Here's Capella. It's deflected. And here's Schroeder. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Back to George. Dishes to Patterson. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Rockets trail by 6. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Traps in the tray.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Schroeder dishes to George. Schroeder kicks to Patterson. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Anthony on the wing. Patterson defending. Shoots over Patterson. Rockets keep it going with the new 24-second clock.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Yeah, fellas, a putback like that is always a big swing. Not just in terms of points, but the momentum, too.
Oklahoma City, the rebound. Schroeder kicks to Patterson. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Patterson's got 8.
And a good job taking what the D gives him. He's not going to pass it up with that much space.
Here's Rivers, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Patrick Patterson.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
At the line for 2.
A free throw drops for Rivers.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
For the Thunder, Adams comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Terrence Ferguson subbed in for Raymond Felton. And a change for the Rockets. Kenneth Faried, he's checked in for Clint Capella. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. They led by as many as 18 points. Ferguson kicks to George. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Schroeder against Anthony, and Adams with the slam.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Outside, Green. Pass to Anthony. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. With this break, we have a chance to break down where the assist has been coming from tonight between the front and back court for Oklahoma City.
This backcourt is really shouldering the load in terms of the ball movement and great assists. When you look at the overall contributions compared to the bigs, nice work on distributing the ball.
Here's Adams, and a little luck that time, but it drops. Now it's a 6-point Oklahoma City lead.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Rivers with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Rivers passes to Carmelo. He feeds it to Fareed. Here's the bodyguard. And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
Here's Rivers, and the layup's good off the glass. Now just a 2-point Thunder lead.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And it's Noel missing. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Rivers kicks to Anthony. To the inside. For the lead. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Noel to the left wing. Here's Schroeder. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Tight game here in Oklahoma City. Now here's Rivers. 9 points in the game so far. The dish to Anthony. Over Noel. And it's off the back rim, no good. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Thunder out in front, up 2. 2K Sports, back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Grant is out there with Noel. And then there's Steven Adams. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Ferguson in at the shooting guard. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And slam dunk by Noel.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Rivers kicks to Gordon. Back to Rivers. Outside Gordon. From the arc. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got 7 rebounds in the game. And Noel throws it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Here's Rivers. It It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Grant's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's his first foul. Houston making some changes. James Harden comes in for Gerald Green. And Paul subbed in for Austin Rivers. The Thunder leading by 6. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. And Adams kicks it over to Schroeder. Pass to Ferguson. Noel in the corner. The 3. Ferguson misses.
Well, this has not been his best effort. He's lucky his teammates have been there to bail him out.
Harden finds Paul.
And I don't care what his size is, you cannot forget to box him out. He's just got a nose for the ball, and he is fearless in attacking the glass.
Now the pass to Adams. And here's Schroeder. Takes it from 10. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Lets the 3 fly. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. They led by as many as 18 points. Ferguson kicks it over to Schroeder. That one goes. Count it. And the Thunder lead by 6.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Now, here is Harden, guarded closely. Now the feed to Fareed, and that one is good.
Well, when you draw this much attention from the D, you know someone's bound to be left open, and Harden finds it.
Ferguson, the pass to Noel. Schroeder outside. Plays it up and banks it in.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Knocks it loose and stolen by Noel. And the foul on Harden. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Noel.
Russell Westbrook.
Oklahoma City leading by 6. Schroeder kicks to Westbrook. From outside, off the mark.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Paul finds Fareed. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Noel's checked in for Oklahoma City. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Fareed. Oklahoma City's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, Dennis Schroeder showed he can handle high usage in an offense. Was the first option for the Hawks this past season. Even with defenses keyed in on him, he was able to average right around 20 points.
That's good from Schroeder. And with Schroeder, he said he learned how to deal with all that extra defensive attention.
And being able to stay productive when dealing with the best opposing defender goes a long way in the NBA. Schroeder also managed to cut down on his turnovers while taking on more of a playmaker role. Strong year for him offensively, and I wouldn't be surprised if he continues to grow as a player.
Harden, and the rejection by Noel. They get it back, and the dunk by Capella.
Timeout.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. He told them, put your foot on their neck. Take it to them. I want to see you guys slow it down out there, use the clock, and stay away from silly fouls. Let's see if they can execute the plan, guys.
Paul kicks to Capella. Harden outside.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
But he's showing you he wants to close this game out. That's an attitude that he brings and is appreciated by this team.
Time now for an injury report. And let's get an update on the Steven Adams injury with DA.
Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Oklahoma City. After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad. The season is still very young, but that is bad news to get at any point of the year. We'll see how the team responds without him, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Hopefully, we'll see him very soon.
He's getting hotter the deeper we get into this game. I mean, he didn't give him much of anything in the first half.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And a quick look at how the Oklahoma City Thunder's schedule is shaping up. On Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Monday, they'll head back home to host the Phoenix Suns.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. George is checked in. Paul kicks to Harden.
It's only a matter of time until his three-point shot comes back to him. I mean, he knocked down 2 threes before halftime. Nothing so far here in the second.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the three at a ridiculous rate.
And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from James Harden.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Westbrook passes to George. Here's Grant. And Noel kicks to Ferguson. It's Harden with the drive. No good that time. Some solid defense from Grant. The Thunder leading by 4. And Noel throws it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Now, here is Harden. He's guarded closely.
Oh, that's straight out of Harden's playbook. Go on the attack, drive the lane, force the defense into foul.
That's his second personal foul. At the line for the Rockets, James Harden. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Harden. He hits both from the stripe.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Westbrook finds George. Back to Westbrook. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Westbrook's got 23 points.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Paul passes to Harden. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. 6 to shoot. On the wing, Harden. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by Paul George.
He hasn't been able to find any kind of groove this quarter. I mean, it seems like he's been running on fumes since halftime.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
In perfect timing. With a small lead, they're doing all they can to protect him.
Harden kicks it to Tucker. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 6 assists here tonight.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Outside, George. Back to Westbrook. The 15-footer. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 11 rebounds in the game.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
George with no one around. It's good from long range. George has got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Thunder. Rockets trail by 8. Harden outside. From deep. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got rebound number 5 here tonight. There's the 3. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And the talk in their huddle is going to be about taking care of the basketball. I mean, their turnover numbers are terrible.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Westbrook against Paul. Gordon finds Capella. Here's Harden on the wing.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know if he can just break through this cold streak, he can give you what you need.
Here's Ferguson, defended by Gordon. Here's George, and again it's Oklahoma City.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
And the shot goes down. 14 points for Chris Paul.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Westbrook kicks to Ferguson. On the wing, George. The 3. Ferguson misses.
Oh, it's a confidence shaker when you can't hit a wide open 3 like that.
It's Harden with the drive, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Harden's got it back down to within single digits for Houston. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They led by as many as 18 points. Adams and Capella sends it back.
And you can't throw up weak stuff around Capella. He takes pride in sending shots back.
Here's Tucker, and he gets the bucket. Tucker's got 5 points in the quarter.
Oh, that's the goal every trip. Get the good look from close range.
Westbrook with it. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Tucker can't get it to go. The Thunder leading by 7. Over to the left wing. Adams. And it's Adams on the follow. Adams has got 12 points here in the second half.
Smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Oh, and Harden is very good at picking apart the D on the pick and roll. Whether he's dishing the rock or shooting, the D has no idea how to slow him down.
Here's Westbrook. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Russell Westbrook.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. Here's Paul. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. Inside. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession.
Rockets ball.
And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
With the ball in Paul's hands, the D is going to be under pressure. When he drives, he'll come out with the foul, a bucket, or even both.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 7. And Paul drills both of them.
the lead's not looking as comfortable after those free throws. Nice job.
Oklahoma City has gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Here's Westbrook on the wing, George. They get it again. Here's Grant. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
It can be discouraging, frustrating, but you only have yourselves to blame. Fox out.
Harden outside. Back to Paul. It's tipped. Westbrook with the steal. Goes up, and Westbrook throws it down hard.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
At this point, it's just icing on the cake. Terrific run, closes it out.
Harden against Adams. Here's Capella. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
And every year, Capella seems to up his scoring. Looking hungry. He wants to shoulder more of the offensive load.
Adams dishes to Grant. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. A nice shot by George.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Yeah, with a double-digit lead at this point, they can pretty much mark this one up in the win column.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
He even knew he wasn't in good position. He tried to slide himself into a better spot. The official wasn't having it.
Schroeder against Rivers. Now Schroeder. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where is your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.